Okay, guys, today we're going to talk about rotations, another type of transformation. Um, Rotations preserve distance, angle measures, and orientation of figures. In other words, rotation is a rigid motion. It does not change size or shape. Okay, we're going to be talking about a rotation of x degrees about a point Q. Okay, called the center of rotation. Here's Q. Okay, here's my degrees X. Okay, now is a transformation with these two properties. The image Q is itself. What it means is Q is Q. Q and Q prime, same point. Okay, they are the same point. But we're going to take VWU or VUW, however you want to say it, and we're going to rotate it. Okay, we're going to rotate it X degrees up here. All right. So notice position kind of changes, it looks like. All right. V to V prime is going to rotate. If I had a compass and I don't have my compass in my hands, it would look like a part of a circle. Okay. It rotated there. All right. W is going to rotate to there, and U is going to rotate to U prime. Okay. The pre-image V, this is the pre-image, comes first. And its image, V prime, are equidistant from the center of rotation, meaning this distance to V prime is the same as this distance to V. The distance to W is going to be the same, prime is going to be the same as the distance to W. Those distances will not change. Okay. For any other point V, QV prime is equal to QV, and the measure of angle VQV prime is equal to X. Okay. The number of degrees a figure rotates is called the angle of rotation. A rotation about a point is a rigid motion. You write X degrees rotation of, you write the degrees of rotation in X of UVW about a point as, this is the way it will look in Math Excel for your homework, okay? R for rotation, the degrees of rotation about the point Q. This is the pre-image, this is the image, okay? Well, all right, and you may be asked to do it, all right? If I'm asked to rotate something a certain degree, so what is the image of triangle ABC? OLB, we're going to change that to OLB. I just caught that. If I had caught it before I printed it, I would have changed it. OLB. What is the image of OLB rotated 100 degrees about C? You might be thinking, wow, how in the world am I going to how do I know what 100 degrees is? Right there. You know what 100 degrees is because you know how to use a protractor. So here's what we're going to do. I am going to take my ruler, and I'm going to put my pencil on point C, and I'm going to find point O. I'm going to draw a line like so. Okay? Now, I'm going to move my paper because I'm rotating about this point. And I want to rotate about this point 100 degrees. So let me show you how this works. I'm going to turn my paper so I can use my compass a little easier. Got to move my paper a little bit with all of my stuff. And I'm going to put my protractor down on the line that I drew. And this is my crosshair, right? Here's 0. So right here is 0, 0. I'm going to put it on my point, and I'm going to put the bottom of the protractor on the line so that I know that I've got 0 degrees here. And if you look, it goes 10, 20, 30, 40. It also goes 170, 160. Don't use the outside, use the inside. Come over here to 100. Okay, 100. Now what I'm going to do is take my ruler, and I'm going to go back to my point. I'm going to draw very lightly a long line. And a long line on purpose, okay? Because what I'm going to do now is bring this back up for you to see. I'm going to measure this length. And the way I'm going to measure that is just put that down and count. Okay, 10, 20, 1, 2, about 23. So then I'm going to put it right here. 10, 20, 1, 2, 3. That's pretty darn close right there. That means this angle of rotation is 100 degrees. Okay, that's 100 degrees. This is going to be O prime. Okay, O prime. I just rotated O to there. Now guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to go and do the same thing for L. So I'm going to put my pencil down on one of them. Now I'm going to draw a line that connects them. Then I'm going to take my protractor. I'm going to put it on the line like so. I'm going to count over to 100 degrees. I'm going to make a mark because I know that through these 2 points is 100 degrees. I'm going to make a nice light line. I'm not pressing hard. These two are light, these two are heavy on purpose. Then I'm going to measure, and I'm not using inches as you can see. I don't care which side you use, just count proper. That is right at 30, okay? Right at 3. So I'm going to come over here, and I'm going to lay it down, and I'm going to go out to 3, and it's right there. That is going to be L prime, okay? So right now, if I wanted to, I can go like this, and I'm going to make this nice and dark, okay? You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to erase that because I had another idea for demonstration purposes. I was going to use color. So I'll make this guy red. This guy's red. Okay? And this is L prime. So now I got to do it one more time for B. Pardon me. So I'm going to lay down my ruler. I'm going to draw this line in from B to Q. I'm going to take my protractor. I'm going to lay it down. Now, make sure you lay it down on the right line. The line that goes from B to C. And it's not even Q. It's C, isn't it? I've been talking about Q, but it's C. So I'm going to put this down right there. Line it up so it's on the line. Go out to 100 degrees. I'm going to line this ruler up. Sorry for coughing in my video. And then I'm going to make my light line. I'll make it light because I don't want it to take over. Okay? So now I'm going to take my ruler and I'm going to measure from starting point to B. And it's about 33. I'm calling it 33. That's interesting. 33, right there. Okay, so that's going to be B prime. Now I'm going to take my ruler. I'm going to connect these guys up like so. Okay, so here's what we got. We got this triangle that I'm highlighting in yellow is our pre-image. This is pre-image. Okay, and then we have this triangle that I'm highlighting in green. And this is our image. Okay? And the thing to note is that I got 100 degrees here. Okay? And then for L to L, this is 100 degrees. And from B to B is 100 degrees. So all of this, all the way to there, is 100 degrees. L, by the way, would go like so. And I already kind of drew, well, I didn't draw the O, but the O would look like a circle as well, part of a circle. Okay, that's how you rotate degrees, given degrees. You have to have a protractor and straight edge. Okay, couple more things we got to talk about with rotation. So let's flip it over. All right. Now for this part of the homework, I am going to highly recommend that you make some flashcards, Quizlet, something, because you're not going to remember them. Although you're working from home and I'm not there. If we were doing this in class, you would not get notes and you would be required to know it, but you're working from home and I have no control over that. So I just highlighted the 4 rules for rotation. So 90 degrees, 180, 270, and then 360. I'm just going to tell you right now, this is called the trivial case. I mean, imagine if I've got this protractor and I want to rotate it 360 degrees. That means I would rotate it, that's 180, and then I keep rotating, and that'd be 360. It's right back where it started. Okay? It's right back where it started. A 360 degree rotation is trivial case. These don't change. But here's the deal. If we look over here, we have G and we have G prime. G is going to be our pre-image, and G prime is going to be our image. Okay? Look at the points. For a 90 degree rotation, by the way, this is 90 degrees. Okay? 90 degrees with the origin. Now, if I'm given 2, 3, which is G, and I rotate it 90 degrees to get G prime, look at what I get. -3, 2. Now, just look at these numbers. 2, 3 here and 2, 3 here and -3, 2 here. But they both are a 2 and a 3. What changed? We took our Y value and put it where the X is and changed its sign. And we took our X value and put it in the Y spot and left it alone. That's all you got to learn. You just got to learn this. If you learn that you just take these and flip them and change the sign on the Y, if it was positive, it's now negative. If it was negative, it's now positive. You got it. Okay? I'm going to move a little quicker here. 180 degree rotation. 180 degrees. Here's pre-image. Here's image. Look, it goes this far. It goes 180 degrees. All right? Now, we have XY, and down here we have -X, -Y. They don't change position, they just change signs, okay? This one is change signs, okay? This one here, we change position and change Y's sign. However you want to learn it, okay? Now, 270 degrees, which is like all the way to here. So really, this was 90, and if you drew this line through, this would, all the way around to here would be 270. So we start with our pre-image again. Here's my pre-image point, 2, 3, and I'm going to rotate it 270 degrees all the way around to here, okay? Well, what did we do? We took XY, and guess what? We changed position again. Y went from where it should be to the X spot. The X went from where it should be to the Y spot. And we changed the X's sign. So basically, it's this rule up here just for Y. Y change, or for X. X changes. Okay. All right. Now, I'm going to do this example with you, point by point. And then I want you to do this example, bottom example. I want you to stop the videotape after this, do this one, then come back and look at the answer, okay? So here's the deal. We have point P, and it's 1, 1, okay? We have point Q, and it is 3, 3, and we have point R, and it is 4, 1, and I'm too low, sorry. This is our given points. Oh, and we have S. Don't forget S. 3, 0. Okay, this is X, Y. Okay? Now, what we're going to do is graph the pre-image and the image if it is rotated 90 degrees. Okay, well, if we go back up for a second and look at our 90 degrees, it says change position and change the sign on Y. So what it's really saying to do is take every point and do this, the opposite of Y, comma, X. So this is going to become P prime, and it's going to become -1, 1. This is going to become Q prime, and it's become -3, 3. This is going to become R prime, and it's going to become -1, 4. All I'm doing is writing this guy first and changing its sign. And then S prime will be the opposite. -0 is there's no such thing. It's just 0 and 3. So here's what we're going to do. We are going to take purple and red. Purple will be our pre-image. It's 1, 1, 3, 3. Okay. Let's see, 4, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, and 3, 0, 3, 0. This is our pre-image. Okay, I'm gonna put a pre in here. Okay, if I label them, this is P, this is Q, this is R, and this is S. Now, if I'm gonna rotate it 90 degrees, just think about this. P comes into the origin and it's gonna go out 90 degrees. I think it's gonna go right here. That looks like 90 degrees to me. So let's see. Use red for this. -1, 1, P prime. Ha. Q prime. -3, 1, 2, 3. R prime. This is Q prime. Okay. Keep going. -1 and 4. It's right here. 1, 2, 3, 4. That is R prime. And 0, 3. 1, 2, 3. That is going to be S prime. And this was P prime. I'm going to, you can see that this, this is the image. And you can see that this looks like a trapezoid and this looks like a trapezoid. It just looks like it was rotated. So stop the video. And I want you to do what I did here for these 4 given points. I want you to write those 4 points down, make your arrows. I want you to write your rule, and then I want you to transform the points, and then I want you to plot the image. And then turn the video back on and see the answer. Okay, now, if you did what I asked, you took the points from the black figure here, the black lined kite-looking figure. You wrote the rule, given points at any point x, y, you're going to transform it to y, comma, -x, or the opposite of x, not negative necessarily. The rotation rule would be r 270, comma, origin. I didn't write that before, but it's up here, r, parenthesis, 90 degrees. That's the angle of rotation. And we're rotating about the origin. And you would have written all these points, and then you would have plotted them, and you would have been done. This is what your homework's going to be like. Homework assignment number 1 for this week 5 of distance learning. Good luck with your homework. See you guys Wednesday. How come